Right. How are we sounding? That's a little hot. And what about this one? This one's too low. Okay, great. Let's see. Ding, ding, ding. This is a test. Test. Perfect. I think I fixed our echoing problem. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Welcome to my first ever, not the first ever at Shir Tikva, but my first ever grade level Kitah Bet Shabbat service. I'm so excited that third and fourth graders have been working hard to be able to help lead the service and to make this happen. So I hope you'll join them, and I know you'll join me in celebrating them. And this is not their whole class. This is about half of them. It is a big bunch, and many of them are far away and other things. So I'm really, really grateful to be able to be here together. Parents, I know you're thrilled. We will have a recording for you that you could watch later. So I'll ask you, if you don't mind, to put your cell phones away and try to be present with us as much as possible. I know, I'm sorry. If you really need to, you can step out, I guess. But we're here for Shabbat, so let's do Shabbat together. As my favorite joke goes, if God is trying to reach you, God will find another way. Right. This evening, as we enter this moment of joy, I am recognizing that the world feels very hard right now. If you watch the news at all, I know you, like me, are feeling tense and scared and everything else. There's a myriad of feelings. But what I want to say is that being Jewish means holding together the joy and the sorrow and the fear, holding that in the same container. And on Shabbat, it's not that we put it down, but if we make space for a little extra joy on Shabbat. So let's celebrate our students who worked so hard to make this happen, and our teachers who also worked so hard to make this happen. And we'll join together in prayer and song. Thank you again to everybody who helped make dinner. It was delicious. We're going to begin with candle lighting, which you will find on page 9. I'm going to invite Maura Linnea and Maura Amber forward, our third and fourth grade brave teachers, to help us light the Shabbat candles. Oh, that's fair. That would be fair. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Before you go, I just want to say thank you to both of you. Being a teacher of a secondary school is not an easy feat. We have students who come to us after, a full weekend of sleepover that haven't slept, or I was up till 3 a.m. watching the whatever, and then they're in your classroom at 9 a.m., or they come to us right after school. And my goal is always to make this place feel joyous and full of community, and that people can connect to God and to one another, and you both help us do that so much. So thank you for your efforts and for making this a place that's safe for people to learn. I appreciate you both. We're going to say Shechianu. Our third and fourth graders, this is the first time some of them have ever led prayers on this bima, so we're going to join together at the bottom of page 9. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. To continue welcoming Shabbat, Lecha Dodi is on page 14. Lecha Dodi invites us to stand at the end of the prayer and welcome in the Shabbat bride, welcome in the Shabbat presence into our midst. So if you've never seen that happen in our sanctuary before, that's what's going on. So we'll try that together. As I keep talking about, we put prayers in our bodies. This is one of the ways we do that. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekavela la la la. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, hishmiyanu el yuchad, Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. L'shem al tiferet ve'litchila la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki hi mekor habaracha merosh mikadem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela hitoreri Kiva orech kumi ori uri shir daberi kevod Adonai elech nigla la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela Boi v'shalom ateret bala Gam v'simcha u'v'tzohola Toch amunei am segula Boi chala Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekavela Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekavela la 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 Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekavela Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekavela Oh, hold on. Jam, can I give you this? With things. Thank you. So, we have welcome Shabbat with song and psalms, and now we are going to invite everybody to the next part of our prayer service, where we say, are you ready to pray? And the congregation says, yes, we're ready to pray. So I'm going to invite the 3rd and 4th graders up now to help lead the Baruch Hu, which you will find on page 18, and I invite you all to rise in body or spirit. Page 18. Everybody, we're all doing it together. So gather round. Thank you, Jan. Here we go. Gather round. Here we go. You're doing a perfect job, and that's fine. Ready? We're going to start with Lila's. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Lai, la, lai, 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 lai. Yai, la, lai, 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 lai. Yai, la, lai, 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 lai. Yai, la, lai, 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 lai. Yai, la, lai, 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 lai. Yai, la, lai, 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 lai. Yai, la, lai, 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 lai. Yai, la, lai, 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 lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach. HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach. HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Thank you, friends. You can go sit back in your seats. You can all be seated. Thank you. Aren't they wonderful? We're so lucky. We're so lucky. Yeah, Mara, you were right. I was on the wrong page. Thank you. Where'd you go? I appreciate that. It keeps me real honest. That's good stuff. Sorry, everybody. We're all together now. It's going to be fine. I was right. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. We're going to continue praying in English at the top of page 20, our prayer for the day changing into evening. Will you join me as we pray together? Somewhere at the fringes of night, the shadows of darkness soften, and earth comes alive with hints of light, and heart thrills with fresh, bright hope, and the world stirs to give birth to color. Colors are secrets not seen in the dark, like the promise of God when darkness is visible. Creator, you who bring dawn from the darkness, break the used goblets of my yesterdays. Let me find wisdom in the shards and grow in knowledge of your eternal presence. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. Blessed are you, Almighty One, who makes the evenings fall. Amen. I am going to invite forward now Mara and Landon to lead us in Shema and V'ahavta, which you will find on page 22 and then the bottom of page 24. Keep your book open like this so that way you can flip easily. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meotecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvelechtecha v'derech uveshachbecha uvekumecha ukshartan leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafo b'neinecha uchtatam al mezuzah beitecha uvisharecha. Bottom 24. Leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim lelohehem. Ani Adonai Elohehem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lahem lelohim. Ani Adonai Elohehem. Good job, you guys. Thank you so much. You can go sit down. Ugh, lovely work. Yasher koach. And for Micha, Mocha, Sal, and Ragnar are going to come lead us. Do you have gum in your mouth? Spit it out, please. Here, hold on. Do you have gum? Awesome. You got it, too? You can spit it out. Good. Great. Excellent. Perfect. This is something I should have checked. This is my own fault. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you. Ready? Will you want to come a little closer to the microphones? What do you think? You want to push the, okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yai, la, 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 la. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. That's my fault. Guys, come on, you got to say, Rabbi, you're doing it wrong. You've been away from the pulpit for too long, Rabbi. Yai, la, la, yai, la, 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 yai, la, 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 la. Yai, la, 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 yai, la, 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 la. Yai, la, 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 yai, la, 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha ne'edar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. Malechutecha ra'u v'necha bokei hayam, livnei Moshe u'Miriam. Ze'elianu ve'amru, Ze'elianu ve'amru, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. Yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Good work, Yasher Koach. Thank you both. Excellent. See, what happens when you make a mistake is you just say that you made it and you keep going. It's a good lesson. That was on purpose. They did it on purpose. Fair enough. It's really hard when they know you well, you know. We're going to continue on page 26 with Hashkivenu, our prayer for a shelter of peace. I know all of you join me in praying for a shelter of peace over us, over the whole world, over Jerusalem, over everybody in this life who is fighting and needs a little extra peace. So if you haven't heard this in a while, we do the Hebrew at the top of page 26 and the English at the bottom of page 27. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Oh, guide my steps and help me find my way. I need your shelter now, so rock me in your arms and guide my steps, and help me make this day a song of praise to you. So rock me in your arms and guide my steps. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Will you pray with me in the English in the middle of page 29? Help me perfect my ways of loving and caring. Inspire me to make myself whole so that I may honor your name and create a world of justice and peace. Third and fourth grade, will you come up and help me lead Amidah? We're on page 51. Did we lose Mara? Did we lose her? That's fine. We'll figure it out. Okay, that's all right. Come on over. Come on over, pals. I'm going to invite you all to rise. It's a lot more moving parts than usual. Ready? We're on page 51. Adonai sefatai tiftach uviagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Leah v'Elohei Rachel Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanorah El Elyon Gomel Hasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Hastei Avot V'Imahot Umevi Geula Livnei V'Neihem Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah. Next page, 52. Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai Mechaye Hakol Atah Rav Lehoshia Mechakel Chaim Bechesed Mechaye Hakol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishnei Afar Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot Umido Melech Melech Memit Umechaye Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah lahachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye hakol. Thank you, friends. You can go sit down. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. We're going to continue celebrating Shabbat. V'shamru is on page 55. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam Beini uvein bnei Yisrael oti leolam oti leolam V'shamru bnei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam Ubayom hashvi'i shavat vaynafash shavat vaynafash shavat vaynafash V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. I'm going to invite you now to continue praying silently. You can use the words on the pages or the prayers of your heart. You can stand or sit, whatever feels good for you. ratzon, imre fi, ve'yon libi lefanecha, Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri, megoali, megoali. Friends, do you remember what this light is called? Third and fourth graders? Yeah, you remember? Oh, the eternal flame. Excellent work. Excellent work. The reason I brought that up is because the Ner Tamid, the eternal light, starts in this week's Torah portion. It's the first time we see it. The idea that, what does it represent? Do you guys remember? So remember, why we have it on our bima and why does everybody have it on every bima? Adults, Bella, you remember? Oh, sunlight. That's a good guess. Excellent. It does give light. That's true. What else? Oh, to give light to the Torah. That's also a good one, so you could always see. Excellent. Yeah, what else? Oh, God. Sawyer, did you say God too? Did I hear you say that earlier? Right? It represents God's presence. And as we have talked about before, right, we don't necessarily all believe that perhaps God needs a dwelling place, but the Jews in the wilderness certainly did, because they were wandering. They had been in a culture where all of the gods had idols. Everybody had a statue. There was a place where you went. And so they built the tabernacle, which Hudson's going to tell us all about next week at his bar mitzvah. It's going to be a good one, so make sure you come and celebrate with us. With him, you're welcome. That was a free advertisement. I know. Can you believe it? And so as they're trying to figure out what they're going to do to keep God's presence among them, how they're going to build this thing, they have this idea where they have this eternal flame, this flame that continues to burn. And I think it's this week's Torah portion is full of generational stuff. Aaron's sons are listed as Levites. All of these things happen. But this eternal flame is something that is constant and it's passed down. And if you go into any synagogue of any denomination anywhere in the world, what will you see? Yeah! The eternal flame, correct. We call it the Ner Tamid, right? Correct. It wasn't a trick question. She got it right on the money, right? We will see that, right? Dina, you guys have been to a lot of different synagogues around the world, and every place has one, right? So the idea is that it is lit up with God's presence. Now, the questions that I often will get asked about this Ner Tamid is, well, Rabbi, does it stay on all the time? And the answer is yes, unless Jana has to change the bulb, right? And she's the tallest one amongst us, so she has to do it. And she's a wonderful, loving person, and she cares about the synagogue, but also I can't reach it. So our stays on all the time. It used to be fire. I'm glad have not that in here anymore, right? That was this building was never built with that in mind. But you actually, there are a couple Ner Tamids in our building. We have this one, which is beautiful. We have one hanging above when you go out the door, the tree of remembrance. There's one hanging above there, and there's one in the library, which was the original first one for this, right? Right? Yeah, that's what that is, that beautiful purple and blue stained glass. I think Michael made that, right? I think. Yeah. Right, before we were here. So the reason I brought this up is because I think it's also important to think about what flames we have internally that we have to keep moving, right? If you think about what a Ner Tamid means, it means they were traveling in the desert and they had to keep a fire lit all the time. So how do they do that? They had somebody who was in charge of, making sure that there was always something burning. They had somebody 24 hours a day to make sure it never went out. Right? Somebody was always tending to the fire, making sure, I bet it was a little bit bigger than this, if I had to guess, but I think it's hard to make a small contained fire in that situation. I don't know, right? But the idea is that somebody was always watching it and making sure that it was cared for. And that is a part of the thing that I think that we have to do to make sure that we are thinking about what is inside of us, the divine that's inside of us, that presence doesn't go out. I mean, it won't, it never goes out, but what can we do to brighten it up? Sawyer, you have an idea. You have something you need to share. Yeah.
What is that picture?
Oh, you have a question about what's on the picture on the mosaic on the ark. That is something I will answer for you when we're done with services today. Is that a good deal? Excellent. Perfect. You have a thought about what I'm talking about, or you have another question that's about the eternal flame? Okay, ready.
Like, does it always have to be like a lamp? Like,
No, they all look different. In fact, when you find the 3 different ones in our building, they're all really different styles.
isn't one of them like the one?
Uh-huh.
Isn't it like a tree?
So there is a tree in there, and above the tree, if you look up, there's something hanging. And it's like brass. It's really beautiful, but it's a totally different style in this glass, right? There's no rules about what it has to look like. It just has to be on all the time. Correct. It is glass, so
The stained glass I think the stained glass one is
it is pretty. Everybody has right? But what I want to talk about, what I want us to think about, thank you. This is how Sunday mornings go, in case you're curious about what it looks like in here. I always start something, and then then we're going, and we don't stop. That's how it works. This is what they're used to. It's about right. Yeah. Come on, Sal, you got us. So I think it's really important for us as people. I think we go through seasons of feeling like that flame inside of us, that divinity that we're connected to, the spirituality, whatever you want to call that thing, is brighter and warmer. And there are some seasons where it feels dull and dark. Sometimes we feel like, I don't even know that it's in there, but of course we know that it is, because that's just how humans are, right? So one of the ways, how do we get a fire to be more fiery? We add what to it? Wood and air, right? We share it, right? What Jan just said, we share it. So sometimes, at least for me, when that fire is feeling really like low, when I'm feeling like it's hard for me to figure out what's exciting, what I'm feeling connected to, being with community and with people is the answer, right? Helping somebody else, getting out of my own way, making sure that I'm remembering that I am, in fact, of the divine image and treating myself as such, right? And if I forget, remembering that there are people that love me no matter what happens, right? Those are things that we can do, I think, to make this flame brighter. And I think our world needs it too, right? Our world needs it right now. We have to show up for each other. So in that vein, being here is one of the ways that we show up for each other, right? We support people when they're making something good happen for themselves or when they worked hard for something. We support people by, donating to make sure that in memory of Janice, so that the cats are all fed, because that was her big thing. We make sure that we have people who need resources in our community. We show up for each other in that way. We make soup for each other, right? We make dinner. I don't know about you, but I felt a lot of love in that meal. It was pretty delicious. And I know it came with a lot of effort. So I think those are all things that we can think about for this week as Shabbat leads us into the Shabbat of community. What can we build, right? It is easy to get stuck in the darkness. So how can we build light within ourselves and share it with others? That's my prayer for all of us. May you feel the light inside of you, and may you pass it along. And remember that it's Tamid, it's forever. Shabbat shalom, everybody. You have another thought you want to add?
I don't really feel brightness right now. I feel darkness. It's bedtime.
It is bedtime. Yeah, it is easy to feel darkness. I don't feel brightness, I feel darkness because it's bedtime. That's fair enough. I mean, that's fair enough. We have a few more prayers to do, and then you can go home and go to sleep, which is exciting for you. All right. Oh. Well, right, and that's why we're all together, right? Some of us feel lighter and some of us feel darker, and that's just what it is. Here we are. That's great. So in our service
We're going to pause now for a moment to think about all the people in our lives and in the world who are in need of healing of body and mind and of spirit. We have a lot of those folks in our community, and then there are people, of course, in the world who need this prayer also. If you're at home and you want to say the names of the folks you're thinking of out loud, I invite you to do that. We're thinking this evening of Marilyn Janiak and Phyllis Wenig and Dorothy Halprin and Daniel Zendel, Mary Chezik and Sharon Curran and Ted Golden, Joel Ben Moshe, Cindy Silverman, Shani Lewins, Wendy Demp, Marla Scaife, Yona Bat Ilana V'chaim. If there's anybody else that you're thinking of whose name you'd like to share with our community as we hold them in the light, I invite you to either rise or raise your hand to do that. Amen, amen.
As Julie Palmer and Carly, Zoe and Howard Marcus, Moore Lehman, Catherine Duncan, Judy Casper, Kyle Klein, Tim Moore, and Joyce Cassandra.
Thank you, Karen. You have somebody you're thinking of? You want to share the name out loud? Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
John Sopko.
Jan Khan, Mary Alice Dooley.
Thank you. Go ahead, Carrie.
Ida Siegel, Greg I, Todd C., and Peggy D.
Thank you, Karen.
Grandma Sopko.
You're in Grandpa Sopko. Yeah, Ted. Sorry, please. Thank you. Yeah.
David Meck.
Thank you. That's very useful. For all those people and those that we did not name, we turn to Misha Berach, our prayer for healing on page 67. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We are going to turn now to Aleinu, which you will find on page 74. I invite you all to rise. Do you guys want to help me open the ark? We didn't talk about this, but would you like to help me open the ark? Oh, did you? You went over it. Perfect. Okay. You said it's like you know me. Okay. Everybody put a hand on one side or the other. We got everybody? Hands, hands, hands. Okay. Here we go. Thank you. Here we go. Open. Great. Beautiful. Perfect. Stop. We're on page 74. You want to try looking at this one with me? I know you don't know it yet, so we'll work on it together. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, latet gedula le'yotzer bereshit, shelo asanu k'goy ha'aratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kachem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam,
ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Top of the next page. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. Thank you. We're going to close the ark now. Be careful of your fingers, please. Yeah, there we go. Push, push. Gentle. Okay. Good work. Excellent. Thank you all. Well, it's part of the design. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, great. That's why. I invite you to be seated for a moment. Come to a moment in our service where we will pause to remember all of the people whose yard sites fall, the anniversary of whose deaths fall this week, as well as the people we are in Shloshim for. I am reading on page 76. Hold on to what is good, even if it is a handful of earth. Hold on to what you believe, even if it is a tree which stands by itself. Hold on to what you must do, even if it is a long way from here. Hold on to life, even when it is easier letting go. Hold on to my hand, even when I have gone away from you. This week we are in a period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning for Robert Walker, our dear friend, CST congregant, husband of Sandy and father of Anne and Sarah. We are also remembering the yard sites, the anniversary of the deaths of Lucille Stein, mother of Carol Blumenstein, and Margaret Siegel, mother of Marguerite Weiner, and Ruth Hurwitz, beloved congregant and mother of Keith Hurwitz, David Curran, husband of Sharon Curran, and Aurora Mendez, mother of Rita Golden, Robert Rafus, father of Patty Rafus, Robert Rose, husband of Judy Rose and longtime Shir Tikva member, Karen Hill, dear friend of Becky Gruner, Marcia Rose Weiner, sister of David Weiner, Judith Figueroa Audi, mother of Alice Audi Figueroa, and Jonathan Lewis Goldsmith, father of Damon Goldsmith, father-in-law of Janice, grandfather of Mara. We rise and join together for the Kaddish Hatom, the Mourner's Kaddish, which is on page 78. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divarach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, ve'chayechon uvyomechon u'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lamei olmaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata ta'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'ramav hu yaseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace bring peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved here and everywhere, to which we say, amen. Third and fourth graders, I'm going to invite you up for one last concluding prayer. Oseh Shalom, I'm going to invite all of you to be seated. If you're looking for the words, they are on the bottom of page 79. What? Everybody's doing it together. Oh. I know. Come on up. But you could stand on the thing. Sally, you want to stand on the thing? You can. Okay, standing right in front of me. Here we go. We're doing it. Okay. All right. Yes, absolutely. I don't need to be here. We're going to do the one round of lies first. Are you ready? Marielle, you want to stand closer to anywhere? You could stand over here. Great. Perfect. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. Hey, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ose shalom Yisrael, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Hey, before you go anywhere, I would like to offer you a blessing. So I'm going to invite the congregation to stand up. And if you want to put your arms out or towards our students, you might do that. Or you could put them around each other. We offer you a blessing of love, of knowledge, of love of Judaism, of the ability to feel comfortable in this space and to feel comfortable in this place. We also want you to know that you, as you are just enough, and we love you, and we're so proud of you. May you have many more years of joining us and being a part of this community. Together we say, Amen. Amen. Yasher koach, 3rd and 4th graders. Good work. Mazel tov, well done. Didn't they do a beautiful job? Well, my friends, I don't think I have anything else nice to say. I think this was the loveliest Shabbat. Shabbat shalom to all of you. I hope you feel like your flame has been stoked. Please make sure to, I forgot the announcements. Sorry. Andy, I forgot your one job. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. I just got so excited. Do you want to do them still? You're here. Okay, here's what you need to know. Sunday morning is our Purim Palooza, which you all know. If you haven't taken a box, take a box for cookies to bring something. We are going to start promptly at 9:30, so please be here. The Madrichim have put on a wonderful spiel for us. And then on Saturday night, the 7th, after Hudson's Bar Mitzvah, will be our adult Purim Havdalah featuring myself as Steve Harvey, Rabbi Steve Harvey. We're having Family Feud night, so if you were wondering what I would look like in a giant suit and a mustache, you may want to find out. And don't forget to register for Seder. Heidi, thank you for putting all this together. Thank you to all our teachers for being here. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Thank you. You guys did so
Oh, my phone's in my office.